Hi Sai, hi Deepak. Um, this is basically the presentation I was working on, like for close to a month. Just after the event that was completed, and we happened to have some good conversation with investors. I thought like it was right time to have a presentation ready and to make sure that whenever we get an opportunity, we grab it with both our hands. So try to do that, and I'll take you to the entire process, both of you, just like how I would do with any investor. And you let me know your comments on what do you think. Anything critical will be really helpful because I'm gonna do the same with investors, and if we could get sorted with them, then probably our chances of raising funds is much higher. Said in that case, um, how will we explain what clock does in simple terms? uh, Clock is just a platform that enables fashion outlets to deliver directly, which is pretty clear. But from the outset, we just sell clothes online. Simple as that. Which is exactly what Myntra does, Ajio does, and those hundreds and hundreds of websites. Those were created, uh, you know, using Shopify does. What Instagram catalog does, WhatsApp business catalog does. We simply do what all these people do, and that is not something that is going to differentiate us. So if there are hundreds and hundreds of brands selling clothes online, what is a need for another brand like us? you know why should even clock exist in this world if there are no hundreds of brands to do the same service? How are we different from them? So I was looking for an answer for this question for pretty much the most of the time I was preparing this deck. If I happen to clear this one answer, then I'd be able to convince any funds, any person to invest in us. This is one critical answer that uh, you know that for which we need an answer for, one critical question for which we need an answer for. And you know if you're reading this, take 2 minutes, pause the video, take 2 minutes, and guess uh, what the answer is. When there are hundreds and hundreds of brands selling clothes online, what is the need for another one? Like, why does the world need another one? So I was looking for this answer, uh, doing extensive research to put it in a cohesive way to make people understand. And the good fact is, like, I happen to find a way, and that's exactly why I'm sharing this with you. And I'm excited. So let's go through it. Uh, I'll take you through a process of something which we all have done. So during our college days, we used to have the study holidays before exams. Let's assume that there's a 3 week study holiday before your exam, and on the x and the y-axis you have the number of hours you spend studying in all these weeks. It is like we used to plan, right, with this timetable sort of a thing, where we used to plan, like, on the first week we'll study so much level, on the second week we'll slightly increase that level and study a bit more, and in the third week we revise, do stuff, and study even more, spend more hours studying. But honestly, do we do that? I don't do that, and most of them won't do that. First week we'll take for leisure, so thinking that we have 2 weeks to study. So at the end of first week, our preparation will look like something like this. We'll have to do more in the third week. I mean, in the second week, and the same amount which you have actually planned to do on third week. So you know, it's still possible we can pull this off. But again, the second week also, we have no idea how it goes through, but it actually goes through. And Suddenly we are in the third week, and we are looking to do all this work at once. If you think this is the worst, then how about this? This is exactly what most of us are doing. We spend the last possible time where there is no way back to finish something, accomplish something, and move ahead. This is a mindset, this is a habit, this is a mindset, and this is with all of us. It's with at least the majority of us. And it- we cannot talk about whether this mindset is right or wrong, but in one way, this mindset has been the fundamental reason for the creation of one specific industry in the world, and that is the on demand service industry. On demand service industry is nothing but, what if you're able to, satisfy your needs on demand, then that product or business that works to satisfy your needs comes under this industry. So you want taxi, you want to book a taxi right now, you have Uber, Ola. That is an on demand service industry. You want someone to clean your home, you have Urban Clap, Urban Company now, who does the same job of cleaning your home. If you want food, you have Zomato and Swiggy. If you want groceries, you have Zepto, more. If you want to watch a movie, you have Netflix Prime, whatever you call it. So on demand is one of the biggest growing industry that has led to the, you know um, birth of many brands that we are using right now. It's there in your mobile. Those apps are there in your mobile. And this on-demand service industry is a $200 billion industry. It's very huge all through the. And as I said before, we have all these apps in our mobile phone, and these all are part of the on-demand service industry. Just that mindset of people, you know, for doing things in the last moment has been the fundamental reason for all these industries to even exist. But today, at this very moment, there's one thing you cannot do using a mobile phone. You cannot buy clothes on demand. The fastest way for you to get your hands on a cloth or piece of cloth is by sprinting to a store nearby you and getting you one. That is the actual fastest way. If there is an industry that is flourishing to support the on demand needs of people, and cloth being an essential part of human life, you know, and if the clothes are not available on demand, that means there's a vacant space that needs to be occupied, and it will be occupied no matter what in the coming years. And we are starting the process of getting into this vacant space, and that is exactly why dog should exist. This is the story or reason behind, the it's like, the human interception by, this presentation. By going through all these slides, all I'm trying to do is make sure that investor feels like they have been part of the journey. All investors would have done the same thing, like majority of them at least have gone through the same thing, same phase. But this is not exactly for studying. This is also, you know, um, uh, proven right for anything else. Like, if you're asked to book a movie ticket, you do it in the last moment. If you're asked to book a table for reservation, do it in the very last moment. And this very last moment Since you're able to do it, since you have the power to do it, you're taking it to the very last moment. But for buying clothes, you still don't have that power. And we are going to give that power in the hands of all these customers, and they'll be able to do the same thing which they're doing all through their life on demand to buy clothes. And that is exactly what I was trying to explain. And I know it's like I might have explained it in quite a dramatic way, but uh, I need to make sure that it gets more dramatized as time goes. I have to improve on the set and the way I speak and everything. The So that the investor feels like I'm taking them through the process like completely in a flow. Although this is my first uh, like presentation that I'm giving, like looking into the slides. So there might be some glitches and everything, but since it's recorded, I'll look into it and I'll improve on this. But again, leave your comments and it will be very helpful. Okay, guys, see you and take care. And after I found the answer for this very question, um, it made all sense. It made like gave me like a complete clarity and made all sense why we are doing this and why we should believe that this will be something great. And if you could relate to this, then probably we are on the right track. Take care. Bye bye.